Cool Dad here. Saw my paycheck today. Had some red marks on it, like it always does. Don't you hate those? You work all week and then the government comes in and steals all of your money. So they can live a very luxurious life. Then what's left of that goes to enable people who can work but just choose not to. Let that register to some of you all. Then if there's any scraps left from that, it'll go to the elderly and the handicapped and people who would probably choose to work, they just can't work anymore. Rest assured there's ways to get the government back. And Cool Dad is here to show you just one of his little favorites. But first, here's my impression of the government. You get your paycheck. Oh look! That'll work. $9. Red mark. Oh look, you got a $5 raise. Ching! Red mark. Red mark. Red mark. Red mark. Look familiar? Well, I for one am tired of seeing red marks. I want to see something pretty. I want to see my favorite color. I want to see more blue. So just stick around and let me show you one of my favorite ways to cheat the government. Alright guys, so here it is. One of my favorite little simple ways to cheat the government. I got this little puppy from this book, How to Cheat at Everything. Con man reveals the secrets of the esoteric trade of cheating, scams, and hustles. This book covers everything from cards to dice to pool, credit schemes. Teaches you also how to not be a sucker and avoid these. Some of these things are very math-based, so it's very tutorial, very educational also. It's got a lot of wear and tear in it. It's one of my absolute favorite books ever. Anyways, back to what's important. How to cheat the government. All right, this is a letter, a representation of one, I should say, that I am getting ready to mail out. I'm sending it. I'm actually having my 3 Chinese lawyers, Wee, Cheatham, and Howe, and they need to send this to John Q. Public. But they're like me and they don't want to pay postage. So we all know what happens if you forget to put postage or it falls off. You, the sender, will get this letter back in the mail with a note that says, return to sender. Usually it'll say postage. Postage due. So he gave me the idea that if you want the government and the postal service to actually send this letter for free, switch the sender and the receiver. So now we're going to pretend this is being sent from John Q. Public to Wee, Cheatham, and Howe Associates. We throw it in the mail with no postage. They say, oh look, no postage. John Q. Public cannot mail this. We have to send this back to John Q. Public and say postage due. So you see how that works. They'll now mail this to John Q. Public for you for free. He'll be expecting it ahead of time. He'll disregard it. He'll open it. He'll take out what's important and throw it in the trash. And the Postal Service or the government, whatever you want to call them, has now mailed this for free. So, I know most people don't send a lot of stuff by the mail anymore. I do, but I'm an old soul. I prefer things to still be very old school. And I encourage people to write more handwritten letters to your family. I've got some handwritten letters from my dad. I've got cards from my mom, grandparents. They mean the world to me. I can go back and look at them and cherish them. Text messages are great. Emails are convenient. But there's nothing like an old school handwritten letter. And hey, let the Postal Service mail it for free. Cool Dad.